7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
First called STA-99, the Challenger shuttle was originally built to serve as a test vehicle for NASA's Space Shuttle program. In late 1979, the major process of disassembling STA-99 and replacing many parts and components began. The second orbiter to join NASA's Space Shuttle fleet, OV-99, arrived at NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida in July 1982, bearing the name Challenger.
Main engine ignition. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff of the orbiter Challenger in the 6th flight of the Space Shuttle. The shuttle has cleared the tower.
Challenger launched on her maiden voyage, STS-6, on April 4, 1983. That mission saw the first spacewalk of the Space Shuttle program, as well as the deployment of the first satellite in the Tracking and Data Relay System constellation. The orbiter launched the first American woman, Sally Ride, into space on mission STS-7 and was the first to carry 2 U.S. female astronauts on mission STS-41G.
Crew disembarking now.
The first orbiter to launch and land at night, Challenger also made the first space shuttle landing at Kennedy Space Center.
Touchdown, 6 seconds ahead of time, according to the clock.
The shuttle had previously landed at Edwards Air Force Base in California, and a host of scientific experiments and satellite deployments were performed during Challenger's previous missions.
So the 25th Space Shuttle mission is now on the way after more delays than NASA cares to count. This morning, it looked as though they were not going to be able to get off.
1 minute, 15 seconds.
Challenger's service to America's space program ended in tragedy on January 28, 1986. Just 73 seconds into mission STS-51L, a booster failure caused an explosion that resulted in the loss of 7 astronauts as well as the vehicle. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Francis R. Scobie, commander of the shuttle, and mission specialist Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Ellison S. Onizuka were 2 of the 7 members who lost their lives that cold day in January. Scobie enlisted in the United States Air Force in 1957 as a reciprocating engine mechanic and received his commission in 1965 through the Airman's Education and Commissioning Program. He went on to study at the U.S. Air Force Aerospace Research Pilot School at Edwards Air Force Base, California in 1972, before being selected as a NASA astronaut candidate in 1978. Scobie flew as a pilot on a previous Challenger mission in 1984, logging a total of 168 hours in space.
Always easier than 0G. Moving around up there is really nice.
Onizuka entered active duty with the United States Air Force in January 1970 after receiving his commission at the University of Colorado through the 4-year ROTC program as a distinguished military graduate. He served as an aerospace flight test engineer and a U.S. Air Force test pilot school instructor before being selected as an astronaut candidate by NASA in 1979. On a previous mission, Onizuka became the first Asian American to travel to space, orbiting the Earth 48 times and logging a total of 74 hours in space. Lieutenant Colonel Onizuka was posthumously promoted to the rank of colonel. Challenger's other crew members included pilot and Navy Captain Michael J. Smith, mission specialists Judith A. Resnick and Ronald E. McNair, and civilian payload specialists former Air Force Captain Gregory B. Jarvis and Sharon Krista McAuliffe, who had won a spot on the shuttle through NASA's Teacher in Space program.
We've grown used to the idea of space, and perhaps we forget that we've only just begun. We're still pioneers. They, the members of the Challenger crew, were pioneers.